Did you find fulfillment?
Can you hear him? Safe. Must tend to... Open your... Please.
Someone, and...
Please.
You can't leave us! Not like this! If you do, I'll never forgive you! So come on! Open your eyes and get up!
Are you with us? Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought...
Oh, you did. Is everyone alright?
After what you've done, you're the last person to be asking that. You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
I'll find a way.
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
No chance for me to escape from
Fine
death.
show indeed. What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Oh, please. You
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
Good, because right now...
We tended to thy wounds as best we could. But how is the pain?
Oh, God. I'm going to be feeling that tomorrow morning.
That is gladdening.
Okay.
Grievous
yeah,
as
still-
thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing gladdening about this! When Meteion appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came! And when you finally deigned to appear, you're within an ilm of your life! Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Trust me, I'm probably gonna be damned sooner or later. Someone's gotta put me in the hole.
Oh, those were cries of celebration! Anyway, well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
That remains to be seen.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see.
Yes.
Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside.
I'm gonna need a walking cane at this point. Ugh.
We're home, my friend. We're home.
Even if he was a dick.
Is that? It is! It's the Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens.
Truly.
They've done it!
Welcome home.
Yes!
Welcome home, everyone!
It looks like she got pushed out of the way.
Welcome home!
Oh my god. And that, everyone, was Endwalker, Final Fantasy XIV's latest expansion, brought to you by Liger Zero XXX. I'm sorry I cut out at the last second. My internet spiked horribly, but I tried to restart it as soon as I could. So I'm going to let these cutscenes play while I go get me some water, because I am dehydrated. It has been a ride. I want to thank the Final Fantasy team. They put their heart and soul into this game, and they did not disappoint. Yoshi P, I am glad you delayed it. I am glad you delayed it. You have put everything into this expansion. I said it before with Shadowbringers, and I'll say it again now. I don't know where you think you can go, but, like, people said it. They can only go up from here, and I was in Shadowbringers. I was like, no, this is the pinnacle. This is the Ninth Symphony. And yet, Yoshi P and the team does it again. They are the team that just doesn't quit. You think they gave you the Ninth Symphony? No. We got something bigger, grander, and it's just, oh my god, they cannot. It's just, oh my god. I mean, I know this is the end of the Hydaelyn Zodiac saga, and all the Ascians, Hydaelyn herself, all of them are dead, besides us, I guess. But we now are in a new era, and I want to go to all the places Elnick Selk asked me to go to, and I'm upset that we won't get to go to the Dragon Star or Omega's homeworld. But we do have the 13th and the other shards to go to. Who's to say we won't get an actual dungeon where we can get some dragon armor, like the from the Nil von Dymas wears in the Coils of Bahamut. Yosip, if you accidentally come across this video and watch that, could you put that on the log station? I will pay good money for that kind of armor. But to all the voice actors, to everyone who put everything they had into this wonderful, wonderful expansion. Can't say it enough. The other content creators probably can't say it enough. But thank you. You worked through a pandemic. You worked through hell and high water, and you brought us a wonderful game. I could continue saying thank you, and it still wouldn't be enough. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed everything there is about it. And now I can't wait for the raids to come out. So, bravo. Well done. After the cutscenes, after all the little stuff, I am going to go do the tank. I actually go see if there's any like quests, main story quests that I need to do after this. If there are, we'll stick around, finish those up, and then after that, I'm going to cut it. And at that point, I'm just going to do the role quests, because I still technically have to level up Reaper and Sage. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to becoming a better Sage, so I can actually use it in raids and content. I'm also gotta look up the armors for each of the dungeons, because I have not seen the full armor sets yet, and I know that's bad on my part, but yeah, we are looking forward to this. And I don't know about y'all. I don't know who, how, when, what, and why. But we are very excited now. The anticipation for what comes next is something I don't think any of us can wait for. But we got enough content to hold us over. Now it's time for us to get best in slot. The true grind awaits. So, get ready, folks, because when those raids come out, you can bet your bottom dollar this Liger is going to be there. But like I said, for now, I am going to mute, get some water, and God forbid. Yes, I will still be streaming tomorrow at the regular time. I just wanted to finish MSQ, or at least main in SQ, and like I said, everything got wrapped up. Everything got put to bed. Hydaelyn got put to bed. Zodiart got put to bed. Amon and Asaid got put to bed. Well, technically they got drawn into the void, or whatever equates to hell in Eorzea. But yeah, everybody got their happy ending. We got to see our new old friend, Hydrodalis. We got to speak to Emmett Selk one last time before he finally gets his eternal rest that he so long and deserved. So waited so long and deserved. And the not / the last Azem passed on her legacy to us. It is just so much, and I can't thank you enough. I know I don't have any followers, I know I don't have any subscribers, but to any of those who watched this video, I thank you for being able to put up with all the problems, all the issues I've had, me falling asleep during the 12-hour work. Thank you for being there, and just thank you. Tomorrow, depending on how I feel about what we got left to do, will either be Final Fantasy or Destiny 2. Primarily Destiny 2, because I kind of feel like I need to take a break from Final Fantasy because I'm hollow inside right now. Xeno's got his climactic battle. He got that final Naruto versus Sasuke, like I said, battle. And it all turned out well. And if you're wondering why I'm letting the credits roll out, it's because this is how I show respect to the everyone who's on the team, on every team who was working through the pandemic to give us this wonderful expansion, all the job changes, all the job adjustments, and just the beautiful expansion that they gave. So, without further ado, let's finish watching the credits. And if there's an after scene cutscene, you know we're gonna watch that. So, see y'all in a minute.
Dearest Mother, dearest Father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the Rising Stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. At least, that is what the story will be. Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight, to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had...
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base. To the rest of the world, it will be naught if you've...
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right?
That was a beautiful ending. I'm sorry I skipped some of the dialogue, but I want to get food. So. Naruto, thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow akin to the pixie path, and navigating the farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. For their part, however, let the Loporrits embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remained hospitable for the creatures of Aethris. Thus do our lunar visitor convene with the form, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial roles to our solitary satellite. Yet, ere may come to pass, there is much more each party must learn of each other, a process which does promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Loporrits have gleefully dispersed across the land in the name of mutual understanding. Hylian, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love of all things born of this star. And it's Venant's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in the irresistible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, and that their abiding affection for man's result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. I call it friends. You call it acquaintances, I call it friendship. I did not wish to be so. I would be honest, they consider me a friend. For 'tis certainly true I have grown fond of their company. But I shall digress no further. This day should belong to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, to my incomparable companions. Oftentimes hath my recited cup be grief, and mine actions spur allies to suspect betrayal. Yet here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus indeed I do profane my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must found cross stormy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. Holy crap. Nanta, seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making a sweep of my belongings. What do you do to find forgotten something halfway to my destination? Oh, in case you haven't heard, we received reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the land surrounding the bounty, where the sky first appeared to burn. After that, the calamity was observed beyond. We also had reports of heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one which is the area in the northern empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Solomon too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these local cries should be well within the capacity of each nation to handle the messiahs no longer needed. Which isn't to say we won't help out where we can, of course, as individuals. No more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alfner. They're among the worst affected, and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier. Though I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph, and accompany determined expression, I think. Words. Even those that are still annoying me in retrospect. Like when you activate the teleporter without warning. What? And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere, trying my very best. I look forward to hear all about the legends of Alize Levier. No, I'm not trying to become famous or anything. That being said, the next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved, so don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. Oh, Naruto, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I'm good. I can't apologize enough for sending Xenios to find you in the Ultima Thule. When he came to me in Solomon, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that he would not be deterred from seeking you out. He might at least aid us in our cause, so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. It worked out. You did the right thing. It's a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the form without my nerves getting better me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better, and I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Baldusia. Though our work, Sarlian will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunch help in Raha and Ojeka and other remaining members. Together, we will continue grandfather's work. And before certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such time, might you be willing to assist us, not because you feel obligated, mind you, but because you feel the urge for the task itself? Consider it done. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shall hesitate to reach out to you. Till that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. Oh, Naruto, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as father has been tending the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry now for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort is set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Sarlian. Both Alize and I are off to assist with Golemon's recovery, you see. The uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation. We cannot very well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Isabel contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helm the relief effort with support from our allies, the people of Golemon among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating their temper across the land. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Lucia and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that whenever ideas, individuals may sprout, it spurs. Nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. I'm going in seeking. We seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understanding their hearts, that we might better help them begin anew. I'll visit when I can. By all means, full glad for you of your visit, eh? Yeah. Well, and for fair, as long as I've been in Yosa, you've been at my side, watching over me. I'm in the good times and in the bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so. Yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you. In good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. It is 12:30 a.m. today. Thank you, Naruto. From the bottom of my heart. Alright, time to finish this up. Bankrid. Our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chances for an audience would never come. This sounds more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was wondering about yours, and the rest of you for that matter. On the man I trust. I'm going to be filling in my ribs tomorrow. Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way. You can imagine, so no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you recovered. The powers of the main protagonist. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Melman's defeat, her song of a brilliant consort, the source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Rean has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Ariane as aimless wandering. We've a purpose in our roaming. After all, keep an eye on things in the absence of the science on the world stage. There's never been an end to real problems that go untended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far from removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps I could tell her I am faring well. Perhaps you can tell her I am faring well and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. The rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this base, thus to return when our work was done? On the day Scions came together, I had only hoped for Mephilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Naruto. I have a question for you. I imagine Mephilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I ever made. Aye. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. So do you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance? You know, I'll got money, and you'll, Oh, we got Stinny. We gotta talk to Extending in now. So, Mr. Dragoon. Well, it's just gonna be a stare down between the two of us. It's just like, dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. If you have something to say, then out with it. Just wondering how you'll earn your keep now. I'm worried how you'll... I'm wondering how I'll earn my keep now. What? I thought you adventurers had a number of ways to earn coin. And though the sun's mode of operation has changed, we should be compensated as before. In any case, I do not want for options, even if some of them are worse than others. No sooner did Emmerich hear about our disabandonment than he offered me a position as a guardian to the Imperium District as a former Azul Dragoon. I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his money, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. Really? Really? Some days ago, a Hannes envoy arrived with word from Vitra. The worm requested my presence as things have settled down here. He didn't need to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, as not. In Dana, elsewhere, the phenomena caused by the 5 days abated when you defeated Ventron, though it was too late for those who had already transformed. Life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Sarlin, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Sarlin if they wish to work and study. Vitra was always the satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well, one who has the complete confidence of his people. If the envoy tone was an indication. I often find myself speaking favorable of dragons of late. Not so long ago, to know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kin sought release through conflict. So weary were they of the suffering it wrought, they surrendered to oblivion. But Miskar-sama did not give up. In hope, he made the journey to distant Ethris with his clutch of eggs, and though his progeny went on to embroil in conflict with man, there were times where they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy, and there's their triumph. In my lands, I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve. It also lends me strength. These things I might never have learned have I not joined you. So if you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, I might be an opportunity turn coin. At least he's honest. At least he's honest, and for that I can not be mad. Okay. Best girl, one of best girls, top 5. Oh, are we saying Arthur Wells too? At present planned on joining any great length. Not that I'm averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I've been meaning to ask you. Something that has been on my thought since the last flames of the final days subside. Ask away. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled among those memories are certain essential facts, the history of Aetheris and the ancient glimpse of Eda and the culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoarding such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be dismissing them into formal records for wide sculpture. When needed, I have penned reports on and prepared briefings, but even I have balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or a tablet. Truth is, given shape and interpretation when we seek to capture it with words, it is variably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well intentioned the rereading. An event is described as sad. An event described as sad, a summoning which falls to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piled upon one upon the other, until the end result is unrecognizable from its origins. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential for corruption, meaning, I do of course realize that the importance of keeping written records, without them my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. But what say you on this matter? Should I keep up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we share, and seek to preserve them for prosperity? Aye. Let them be read and remembered. Very well. I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the Ea and the ancients, and so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. Let's pause work and more re-recording of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of traveling to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entire set of new questions. Should you stumble into the unknown or struggle with some impinging, know that I'm at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from it. And mine is rather different than most. Last but not least, Gratia. Might you have a moment to talk? Yes. With the sun stepping away from public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. And after speaking with Kral, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Baldesia. Not only am I indebted to Master Golf for giving me a new home, but had our older never ceased, I would have never set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would have never met you, never become caretaker of the tower, never become a scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. And for added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on an adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. Let us, whenever you have the time or inklings, my friend, I stand ready to into the unknown once more. Do you call around of the awful grounds when I asked if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your neighborhood? Is it true to earn a peace? A place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It need be some grand endeavor. There need be a promise whatsoever adventure calls. I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope you will do the same for me. As long as you don't overexert yourself. I know, but I can hear Laya and Bela voices each time you remind me. As much as we have already seen, there's still much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps we will encounter the survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. Already did it. His name is Omega. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't impossible that some found themselves far from home. Yeah, those are called the Omega Raids. And so if we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventures and with quietly find their purpose and nature. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not our own? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word. Taru, the final boss. Broken your fill, have you? If so, I think to send everyone off. Time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Until next time we meet, be well.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we...
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Sharlayan before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Rads at Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not...
I see. Then it is he...
If you're asking where I'm going to the 13th. I gotta cleanse that world of darkness.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
My. Oh, well. No, if y'all putting me on the spot now.
Indeed.
Y'all putting me on the spot. I don't like it.
Fair point.
Y'all putting me on the spot. Y'all teaming up against me.
What's next for our humble adventurer?
I do not know. For a second there, I thought she was actually going to talk. Finn. Stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end. Wait, where's this? Oh, this is Elpis.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal. And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
You have completed the main scenario quest, Endwalker. Quests to unlock new content have now become available in Old Solian. Additionally, you may now enter the dead end of infancy party. Rest well, champion Ethers, for many more adventures await you. I think that's it for story quests. We're going to see once this thing is done loading. Yep. Main story quest complete, guys. All that's left for me is basically just do the extreme raids. And get best in slot. So I'm going to call it here, guys. It's been fun. It's been a journey. The first game I've ever streamed on Twitch. So I want to say thank you for everything y'all have done. Thank you for those who will probably watch this later, and if it's deleted by I think 14 days. Yeah, 14 days. I'm sorry. But moving on, I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye. And that was taking a picture. I'm a dumbass.